Okay, today I will explain how to compute income from house property. So, you write the heading computation of income from house property and draw the table particular amount. First, you take municipal rental value of house property. Municipal value of house property. Municipal rental value means it is the valuation made by the municipal authority for the purpose of levying municipal tax on the house property. Okay. It may be by the Gram Panchayat or municipality or the city corporation value the building. So that value is called as municipal rental value. So municipal rental value means it is the valuation made by the municipal authority for the purpose of levying municipal tax on this house property. This is the value of 1 year. Okay. Second, you take the fair rental value. Fair rental value means it is the rental value of same building in the same locality. Rental value of same building in the same locality is called as fair rent. Fair rent. You take the two amount and compare the two amount. Whichever is more, you take to outer column. You take to outer column. The first step completes. And in the second step, you take the standard rent. Standard rent means it is the rent fixed by the Rent Controlled Act authority. Rent Controlled Act is applicable in some cities. And according to Rent Controlled Act, the rent fixed by the Rent Controlled Authority is called as standard rent. Standard rent. That rent you take and compare the above amount and Rent Controlled Act amount. Whichever is less, you take to the next line. Whichever is less, you take to the next line. Okay. And then you take the annual rental value. Annual rental value means it is the rent of building for 1 year. 1 year rent of the building you take. Value of rent for 1 year. You take that. In that rent, you deduct unrealized rent and amenities. What is unrealized rent? It is the rent not realized or not received by the owner from the tenant due to some reasons. That amount is allowable deduction if you satisfy 4 conditions. First condition is tenancy should be bona fide. Second condition is the defaulted tenant has vacated the house or you have taken the steps to vacate that house. Third is the defaulted tenant has not occupied any other property of you people. And fourth is all reasonable steps have been taken to collect the rent. 4 steps are there. 4 rules are there. If you satisfy these 4 rules, that amount is allowable. That is called as unrealized rent. And amenity means facility provided. What are the amenities? There are mainly 4 amenities. One is staircase lighting. Second is a lift service. Third is upkeepment of garden. Fourth is water facility. Like that, facilities provided by the owner to the tenant are to be deducted. Okay. You deduct from the annual rent. Whatever remains, you take to the outer column. Compare in the outer column and whatever amount comes, this amount is called as. This amount is called as gross annual value. Remember this point. This is called as gross annual value. This is gross annual value. Okay. If there is a vacancy period, vacancy allowance means if the house is vacant for some period in the previous year. In the previous year, if the house is vacant for some period, then rent pertaining to that period is called as vacancy allowance. That is to be deducted in the outer column. Above amount you have to deduct. If you deducted vacancy period rent, whatever balance remains, that is not called as gross annual value. Remember that. Gross annual value. That amount is compared with the first amount, and first amount and last amount you compare. Whichever is less is called as gross annual value. You underline this amount. And compare this amount with the first amount. You compare this amount with the first amount. This amount is to be compared with the first amount. Then whichever is less of these two, first and last amount, whichever is less is called as gross annual value. You take the next amount, whichever less you take to the next line. This amount is called as gross annual value. This is only when vacancy allowance is there. Otherwise, you take as per your step. Okay. In the gross annual value, you deduct the municipal tax paid by the owner. Municipal tax paid is only allowable. Due is not allowable. Paid by other person is not allowable. Paid by tenant is not allowable. You deduct the municipal tax paid along with cess. Not only a tax, along with municipal cess is also allowable. You deduct that whatever amount remains, that is called as annual value. Annual value. In the annual value, there are deduction under section 24. Deduction under section 24. First deduction is deduction under section 24A. That is standard deduction. Standard deduction is 30% lump sum amount. 30% on the annual value. On the annual value, you calculate 30%. Okay, 30% on the annual value you calculate. That is the standard deduction. Second is interest on loan, section 24B. Interest on loans, section 24B. Under this previous year interest on loan. Interest on loan means that loan must be taken for the purpose of purchasing the house or construction of the house or repairs and renovation of the house. Okay, that is called as loan amount. On that loan, interest is there. That interest you have to take. Previous year interest full you take. Then interest on loan prior to previous year. If interest is not relating to previous year, prior to previous year, and that interest is related to construction period interest. And that interest you take only 1/5, not full. 1/5 of the interest pertaining to prior to previous year. Okay. You take the total of the two, that is called as interest on loan. And only there are two deductions. One is standard deduction, second is interest on loan. You take the total to outer column. You take this total to outer column and deduct in the outer column. Deduct in the outer column. Whatever amount remains, that amount is called as current year income from let out property. LOP means let out property. Okay. In this income, you deduct loss on SOP. What is loss on SOP? Loss on SOP means loss on self-occupied property. Loss on self-occupied property means it is the interest on loan taken for purchase of the house or construction or repairs and renovation. Interest on loan pertaining to self-occupied property is called loss on SOP. Loss on SOP. Again, the previous year interest you take full. Previous year interest you take full. And prior to previous year construction period interest you take 1/5. Okay. The total amount of this interest should not be more than 2 lakh rupee. here is the restriction. Maximum allowable amount is 2 lakh rupee if your construction is completed after 2001 and 2 or suspend year. Sorry, if your completion is after 1499. 1499. Before 1499 completion is there, only 30,000 is allowable. Remember this point. So, taking into consideration of this point, you take the total amount of outer column, maximum rupees 2 lakh, not more than 2 lakh. Okay. And then deduct in the outer column whatever comes, that is called as income from house property current year. This is current year income. Okay. In this amount, unrealized rent. Unrealized rent, realized is to be added if it is allowed by the income tax department previously. What is unrealized rent realized? Unrealized rent realized means it is the rent not realized in the prior to previous year. Prior to previous year, rent is not realized. Rent is not collected in some year. And the same amount is collected in the previous year. Means the tenant failed to pay the rent in any one previous year. And the same tenant paid that rent in your current previous year. Current previous year. That rent is called as unrealized rent realized. If it is allowed by the income tax department previously, then that is the income of current year. Income of current year. Regarding that, adjustment is you take the unrealized rent realized, then deduct 30% standard deduction. You deduct 30% standard deduction from that. 30% of that amount is allowable. If that unrealized rent is relating to previous year after 2001 and 2. If it is relating to after 2001 and 2, 30% deduction is allowable. If it is before 2001 and 2, no deduction. No deduction. Remember this. And deduct the amount, remaining amount you take the outer column. Take the total of the outer column. Outer column total is called as income from house property. This is the simple format, covered all the aspects of income from house property. You make this table perfect, you will get the calculation of income from house property. Okay. And you remember regarding this unrealized rent. This is unrealized rent of the current year, not realized. And this is unrealized rent realized. Means it is not realized in the previous year prior to your previous year, but realized in the previous year. These 2 points you remember. And regarding this amount, maximum 2 lakh rupee. 2 lakh rupee is the maximum amount if construction is completed after 1499. Before 1499, you have to take 30,000 maximum. This is the point you remember. Okay, and here this amount is no limit. No limit for this amount. Let out property, no limit. Okay. And this amount you have to give consideration. 30% deduction. 30% deduction is allowable if it is after 2001 and 2. Before 2001 and 2, not allowed. Remember this. These points you remember in connection with the income from house property. Okay.